Here are the 7 steps to pay off your credit card debt fast. Number 1, you got to write everything down, all right? I know some of you don't want to, and you're like, no, I'm going to avoid this for as long as I possibly can. You're never going to outrun this debt, so you got to start there. You got to have your balance, your interest rate that's on that loan or credit card debt, and then you also need your minimum payment that's due. Step number 2 is you got to decide what method you're going to do, whether it's the avalanche method or the snowball method. So avalanche, you're like going to take down the highest interest rate first, which in theory makes the most sense because that's going to be costing you more in the long run. But the snowball method is paying the smallest balances first. So that's like little wins here and there. So every time you pay off a different balance, you're like, nice, I got one down. And then you keep going with that because you have that motivation. All right, step 3 is cutting back temporarily. Not forever, but you got to stop subscriptions. You got to stop making your Target run saying you need to pick up one little thing. It's never one little thing. You know that. So we know that. Let's just not go to Target, okay? And then maybe stop eating out for a month and see what happens. All right? You're going to slowly start to get these small wins, which is going to get you motivated to keep going. Number 4 is get a side hustle. So whether that's babysitting, who knows? The things that people pay these days for nannies, it's wild. So why not? Babysitting, you could sell unused stuff on Facebook Marketplace. There's plenty of different options that you could do for a different side hustle. Number 5 is to call your credit card company. You never know what can happen. I know a couple people who have been able to negotiate their credit card debt in different ways, whether they are calling for a hardship plan, whether they're asking for a lower interest rate. You never know unless you try. So you might as well call your credit card company and see what they can do for you. Number 6 is to use a balance transfer to try to get to a 0% interest rate credit card if you have a good credit score. Now, they're not going to accept you if you don't have a good credit score, so you need to make sure you have a good one. But if you don't pay that interest rate on time, or you have about, 12 to 18 months to do the balance transfer, if you don't pay off that card in time, then it kind of backfires and you have to pay even more. This is only good if you're motivated and you think you can do that for a short amount of time. And then the last step number 7, is to automate your minimum payments. All right, so you can't just ignore your credit card. You have to pay the automatic payment and then add extra money weekly to hopefully pay down that debt. All right, so hopefully these 7 steps will help you get out of credit card debt. If you have any questions, DM me, let me know, but hopefully you'll be able to do this, and good luck.